Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kevin Gilkin, yes, broadcasting from just outside Munich, Germany. What a crazy couple of weeks we have had. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the coronavirus, which is pretty much everyone in the world right now, but everyone who is actually sick, who knows someone who has loved ones who are sick. It's a very serious issue, and obviously nothing to be trivialized while we sit here and talk about something that is as trivial as can possibly be, that being the sports world. But still, as life goes on and sports hopefully eventually also go on, we will continue talking about the Denver Broncos and the NFL. Obviously, today is a crazy day also in NFL free agency, as the technical tampering period is now officially allowed, I think, here in the next few hours. Right now, it's, 6:20 in Germany, which means on the East Coast, it's going to be about noon. A lot of things going around. Obviously, this is one of the craziest days of the year in sports, and especially for NFL, where there are rumors flying around before things happen, and then obviously things actually start happening. I just see right now on Twitter, SpotRack has some wide receivers who could be moved. Now, take a listen to this. Wide receivers who could be moved in order of likelihood. This is according to SpotRack on Twitter. Number 1, 49ers, Marquise Goodwin. Brandon Cooks of the Rams, DeAndre Hopkins of the Texans, A.J. Green of the Bengals, Stephon Diggs of the Vikings, Odell Beckham Jr. of the Browns, and Julio Jones of the Falcons. Oh my goodness. That is like pretty much, 4 or 5 of the top 6 or 7 wide receivers in the NFL all are, according to SpotRack, are on the block. Now, we'll see if any of that actually happens. I believe maybe 2 or 3 of those 7 will actually be traded in the end. But that is quite the list. And we see that also, obviously, with quarterbacks. I mean, it's not just guys who are going to hit free agency. It's guys who are available and the teams are going to make available. That this is quarterbacks, this is defense, this is offense, this is everybody. And so it really makes today one of the most exciting days of the year in the NFL. And a lot of us are quarantined at home. I'm not yet, but I just had my work hours cut about in half, so I'll have more time, a little more time at least, to spend with the Broncos and the NFL here in the next 2 or 3 days as things start to happen. Obviously, in the next few months, we'll go a little bit on a hiatus. Won't post so much, but this week, as things start to happen, we will be posting as much as possible. I just see as I scroll down Twitter, it's just remarkable. This has happened an hour ago. Marcus Mosher reporting the Cowboys have officially allowed Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, Robert Quinn, and Byron Jones to hit the free agent market. Byron Jones, obviously a guy who's been associated with the Broncos, as has Amari Cooper. Both guys were going to be looking for huge, huge paydays, and I doubt that either of them is actually going to get it from the Denver Broncos. Now, I would love Amari Cooper. I've said that before, but if he's looking at $20 million, 20 plus a year, it's a lot. I don't know if the Broncos are going to be able to afford that right now, especially since they've already got a number 1 receiver. You're looking for number 2, number 3. It's a very, very good draft for wide receivers, so I don't know if you're paying $20 million a year for a guy like Amari Cooper. Now, if you decide you want this offense to be one of the most explosive in the NFL, you start with Cortland Sutton, Amari Cooper, rookie, be it Ruggs or Rager or whoever, and then Fant, Lindsey, Freeman. Freeman may be gone anyway. They don't seem to like him very much. That starts to be a really, really good-looking offense in terms of explosive players, obviously led by Drew Lock at quarterback. So really exciting stuff that could happen there. I mean, with all of these wide receivers that are becoming available, I mean, the Broncos are going to have unlimited options. I mean, there have been plenty of people who've thrown out ideas about Odell Beckham Jr. And now I've seen someone mention the same with Hopkins. So it's kind of this time where we can start really to dream of what could be, what could happen, and it's a remarkable, remarkable day. Andrew Siciliano on Twitter reporting that these quarterbacks are unrestricted free agents. I guess this isn't a report. This is, common knowledge. Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Jameis Winston, Drew Brees, who will definitely not go anywhere, but New Orleans, Marcus Mariota, Teddy Bridgewater, Blake Bortles, and Case Keenum. I could really see Case Keenum coming back to Denver if he would be up for it. As for the other guys, Drew Brees, I think, goes back to New Orleans. I think Jameis Winston goes to Vegas. I think Phillip Rivers goes to Indy. And I think Tom Brady, as I've said many times before, goes to the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, it has not been mentioned. No one's talking about it, but I do think Jared Goff gets traded somewhere. I think it could be Tampa Bay. I think it could be Indy. So maybe Rivers goes somewhere else and Goff goes to Indy. Either way, that's my idea without doing a whole ton of research in terms of who Goff could go to. I think that the Rams will probably try to get out from under that contract, and they want to make a splash in that new stadium with Stan Kroenke, being known for being a guy who tends to try to do that type of thing. The other guys, Marcus Mariota, Bridgewater, they're going to find another one of these teams that's looking for a starting quarterback. Another guy also is, Derek Carr. I mean, there's a lot of kind of your journeyman, good to kind of in between like whelming to a little better than good that are available. But no one really spectacular on there, including Brady. I mean, Brady's not spectacular anymore. He's one of the greatest of all time, maybe the greatest, but don't start saying he still is. There's just no way, and I think teams are fully aware of that. Cardinals are trading David Johnson to the Texans. They're going to take on his huge contract in turn for a probably a high round draft pick, maybe a second or third. It doesn't say here. But a lot already going on. It's going to be a crazy day. What do I think the Broncos are going to do? Honestly, it's kind of hard to say. I think they're definitely going to go out and get one of these big defensive tackles. Maybe it's Reeder. I think they're going to get... I think either they're going to spend money on a wide receiver or a middle linebacker. I think it's one or the other. So either they go and trade for a wide receiver, they get one of these free agents, or they go and get somebody like Schobert from Cleveland to come in and be a star at the middle linebacker position, which we know that Vic Fangio really, really likes to have on his defenses. And there's been rumors, too, that one of his former players from Chicago, Kwiatkowski, I think that's how you say it. I don't even remember his first name, but he is rumored to also be a potential Denver Bronco in the future as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just seeing now. This is incredible. This is on Twitter. I'm sure. I know this is going to be late for everyone who's listening to this, but DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th-round pick go to the Cardinals for David Johnson and a 2nd-round pick this year. Oh, my goodness. What on earth is going on? DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th for David Johnson and a 2nd. Holy mackerel. Okay, guys. Anyone who's drafting fantasy-wise, go and get yourself some Cardinals players because that offense is going to be dope. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, holy mackerel. I can't believe that. I can't believe this. How does that even happen? Whoa. Twitter is obviously going out of their minds. Obviously, everyone on here is going to be seeing it before you're listening to this, but that is insane. Another classic example of Bill O'Brien being the dumbest head coach in the NFL. A guy who has taken a really good, really talented team and done everything possible to lose and to suck. That is O'Brien, and that's what he's brought over from, again, yes, Bill Belichick and one of his disciples. That is just amazing. Wow. Good for Arizona. I like Arizona. I love Fitzgerald. I like Kyler Murray. I think they're going to be a really, really exciting team next year. Wow, that's remarkable. Okay, we'll be back with much more. This is just the first of the day. We'll maybe have more tonight. Obviously, once things start happening for the Denver Broncos, which, I mean, as we already see, DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson and a few picks, things are going to go wild today, guys. So stick around. Definitely subscribe to this channel. Like this video and hit that bell so that you get every single video that we're pumping out today, tomorrow, this week, and for the rest of the NFL season. Until next time.